swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome, everyone, to Hard Rock Stadium, home of the Miami Hurricanes. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Virginia Tech Hokies, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Miami Hurricanes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Hurricanes will kick it away to start us off. End zone. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone and he's knocked down at the 10. The Hokies offense takes the field. And the adrenaline is pumping on overdrive in games like this, guys, and it's crucial to get your emotions under control.
No doubt. In rivalry games, you've got to limit the mental errors and you've got to limit the penalties because those will kill you, Bob.
And you got to come out under control. It means so much. We know that. The fans are all talking about it, but it's just football.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? Second down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this third down manageable. Really nice job of executing that.
Lofts one high and deep. He's got it down the right side. And he gets it done on third down. They move the chains and they'll mark it at the 44. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to fire. They'll run the screen. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down.
During the week, you got to talk to your quarterback. Quarterback, what do you like? What's your favorite, safest routes, easiest reads? Love coming out with those early with the short passing game.
In the gun, looking to throw on third down. And the ball was knocked away incomplete, but there is a penalty flag down. Let's sort this one out. They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. The Hokies will send out the punt unit. He ought to be able to use his first punt to pin him deep. He gets the first one off, and he was busier than he hoped in that loss last week, being called on 5 times. So Miami's offense will get the ball for the first time. And last week, you want to talk about a guy using every tool in the bag from the running back position. David, this guy did it.
He was a monster. And I think when you turned on the tape this week, you saw him, man. So many different ways he could hurt you, and he could be a focal point of this offense. The defense, they know well and good of what happened last week. And their first objective this week, Palmer, is to stop that dude.
Yeah, they know the entire offense goes through him. All week long, they've been stressing tackling, staying in your gaps, waiting at the point of attack, getting as many hats to the football as humanly possible because you can't shut this guy down. You can only hope to contain him, but what a challenge this defense faces today.
Got to be smart, patient, great vision, uses all of that to get to the 29. And the Canes are at the line trying to move the sticks on third and short. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38.
Already this guy is leaving his mark on this game. Opening drive, back-to-back runs where he's found a way to get positive yards. He was able to pick up the first on that last carry. They should keep feeding him the football. The more success they have, it's going to open up the play-action game.
And the Hurricanes have it with a 1st and 10. Makes the catch and steps out of bounds, but short of the first down mark. Guys, let's look big picture Miami. Top 5 up to this point is really good. It's staying there as we get closer to the playoff that becomes a huge challenge.
They just need to focus on winning right now. They're in position as a top 5 team to reach the college football playoff, but you've got to keep winning, and that's got to be the mindset. And coming into today, they have to bring their A game to the field.
And we're still in the middle of the season, so there's so many ways to still make a good impression for this squad, and we still have conference championships for some. We have great matchups that will decide, just like we've seen in past years, right? It comes down the stretch, who's playing the best.
Looking for a crease. It's Armour.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive yards.
Got 3 on 1st down and 2nd and 7. Power football with the run. Got enough for the 1st down and wants more. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Canes back to the line on 1st down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. On target to the left. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense 1st and goal from the 7.
Who says in the RPO pass game you can't throw anything vertically downfield, right? It doesn't all have to be screens and throws at the line of scrimmage. There's a good example of a quarterback pushing the ball vertically downfield after the play fake to the running back.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, you see the defense make a big play there in the RPO, and they're doing it because they're starting to load the box. If you're the play caller offensively, you might want to think about having your quarterback.
He's trying to get it in. Touchdown, Canes! A great catch and run for 6. And it feels good to land that first big punch against a rival, doesn't it?
No doubt. In a game like this, too, you just want to be executing it at a high level early. So, David, that's got to feel great getting on the board first.
And settles everyone down. All the nerves, all the emotion of this rivalry game. Now everybody can kind of settle in because you know you already got a touchdown on the board.
Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. They really need to find a way to punch back on this drive, already down 14. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
Well, they want to come out and try to get the run game established, but up front defensively, they made a play. They gave up nothing on that one.
Got to find some breathing room if you're going to establish yourself on the ground, and there wasn't any that time.
Yeah, Reese, I wonder now if this offense is maybe going to try to get to the perimeter of the field and see if they can use their speed to hurt this defense.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, that is a recipe for disaster. They got to be more physical, get off the ball, get downhill fast.
Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. They make the stop after a gain of 3 to the 31. Now, I know you two never faced off against each other in an actual rivalry game other than the Thanksgiving morning turkey bowl. But knowing you two the way I do and the way you know each other, Jesse, what would you have done to try to throw Pollock off a little bit on a stage like this?
In our opening 10-play script, I would have had David Pollock cut blocked, maybe even double-team high-low, chop blocked on every single play early.
Which is illegal, you bum. That's fine. But that's fine. You know what? I guess in retaliation to that, we would have just roughed the passer over and over, taking the 15-yard penalty. That's what's fun about this, Reese. It's petty. It's sometimes it crosses the line of dirty, but that's why rivalries are so fun.
This offense lining up now at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Under fire. strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Hokies trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Second down, they'll go to the air. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
This offense really is putting themselves behind the 8-ball right now on this drive. Sack first down, just thrown an incompletion, so third in California. Defense knows you're probably going to throw it. What can you dial up here?
Here comes the heat. Couldn't find a man and just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play. The Hokies will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And nobody able to field that punt as it rolls out of bounds. One final play before the end of the quarter. The give to the back. He has the first and still on his feet. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. We're through one period, and these receivers are showing out big time. Take a look at the stats. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Quick release on the RPO.
Love the play call on the RPO. That time the defender bites on the run fake, and that opens up the window for the slant coming in behind it. Nice job.
The Canes in a good spot here with second and short. They'll run it from the gun. Runs through a tackle. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
That's a nice-looking run, man, and what a legacy here when you think about Edgerrin James and Frank Gore, Willis McGahee, Clinton Portis, game breakers at the running back position. And this guy, he seems like he's destined to play on Sunday.
Got a man, it's Holt. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
Ooh, and that was close for the offense. They try to go wide receiver screen. They're counting on that receiver beating that defender. Wasn't able to make him miss that time, but if I'm on offense, I'm going back to that play later.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Rides the back and leaves it. Got the first down and still on his feet. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play. The Hurricanes pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work.
42 Spider.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here.
And it's really nice, whether it's RPO or not, is having a defensive line that stones the offensive line, takes away the gaps. It doesn't matter what your read is if you're winning up front on that defensive line.
And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first, an array of possibilities here. They'll go to the air on third and short. Grab near the marker, it's Holt. Picks up enough to give them first and 10 from the 13. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Canes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. The inside handoff. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you could tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
Makes the catch. And he'll step out of bounds just short of the goal line. Almost a touchdown, but not in there yet.
And this has got to be so demoralizing for this defense right now. Having given up multiple first downs on this drive, somebody on defense has to step up, make a play, and stop the bleeding.
And the Hurricanes trying to pay off the threat on first and goal. And he's brought down at the line of scrimmage, and the ball will stay at the 2. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's second and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Miami! You want to keep your offense on the field, wear down the defense, put that tape on and show it in a clinic. That's the way it's done.
And as a defense, man, there's nothing more demoralizing. You can handle it when you give up 3, but to give up the touchdown at the end of the long drive, you're already exhausted. You've already been pumped the whole way down the field. Man, that's frustrating.
From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
He makes the tackle at the 24-yard line. It's a pickup of 5, and they'll have a first down.
Well, you got to be able to turn the page quickly on defense. Just gave up a first down on the ground, but here comes tempo. You've got...
Turning it on! Got the first down and more. Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37.
It was so important this offense was able to find a way to get in the rhythm, and the running game is now helping that. 2 straight punts on their previous 2 drives. This drive, though, they're having a little bit more success. Big reason why is this running back. He's been able to find some creases to run through, and it's really helping out this offense.
And the Hokies with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Looking to the big tight end. Makes a connection. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. First and goal from the 9. The offense threatening. Close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. They'll keep it on the ground for first and goal. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one.
I'll tell you, this defensive end, not only can he pass rush, but he can play the run as well. You see him beat the offensive lineman there trying to block him and get in the backfield to make that tackle for loss. That was impressive.
Back to pass. He's got him. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. They've worked it down to the 4-yard line, but now it's third and goal. Handoff from the gun. He's not going to make it. What a job on this defense to stop him in his tracks. And it looks as if they're going to try a field goal. From the left hash, this one shouldn't be too much trouble. And it's no good. And after the miss, it's still a 14-point game.
And that's just a chip shot. That's just a field goal they got to make, guys.
They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. From the shotgun, the inside give. Getting behind those pads and behind a stiff arm to get it out to the 27.
Well, you know if you're this offense, you're dialing up this running back, man. He has been a scoring machine all season long. He just finds his way into the end zone, and this is a golden opportunity to put 6 up on the board with that guy in your backfield.
We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. And the Canes with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. The run from the shotgun. Bust through behind his pad. He now has 91 yards rushing, and that should be no surprise. He's been among the nation's elite all season.
You know, the RPO game now in college football really puts the defense in a bind. It forces them just to freeze a half second as they try to distinguish between the running back and the quarterback. Who's keeping the football? On that play, it was the running back, and he made him pay.
He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 31, and a big pickup on that one. The Canes will line it up on 1st and 10. Pulls it and fires to the left. Excellent job working through the air. They're finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down.
Another first down. Man, this defense couldn't stop a nosebleed right now. It's that bad.
Hand off from the shotgun. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
Offenses, when they run these RPOs, they just want to be comfortable. The quarterback wants to make the read very easy, very clean. It's your job as a defense to kind of create some confusion, speed up that process any way you can.
Can't quite make the connection there. Might have led him a little too much.
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
Just plowing ahead. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Hurricane. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0.
And the offense continues to run the football. The second rushing touchdown from the running back. The offensive line paving holes. Continue to feed this man the ball.
And the coverage team able to make the tackle. And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be conservative. We're a little bit down. Listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you can see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Hunt is on its way. No fair catches here, looking for room. What a return there. Found a little running room and put his team in great position. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. They're already in field goal range, but Jesse, they want to be aggressive, but they can't take a negative play.
The play caller's got to look up and down his sheet here to find a shot to the end.
Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this defense had some matchups they felt really good about up front, and they won one right there. Getting to the quarterback, creating a negative play, and they're going to need these guys to start winning more of those because they are finding themselves in a hole here early in the game.
Back to throw, time running short in the half. Finds a crease at the 20. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely. The offense will quickly use a timeout.
Timeout, Miami.
Waning seconds of the first half, and they'll try to tack on a 3 before they head to the locker room. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. And now the lead is extended a little further. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, rivalry games always bring out a ton of emotions, and they were on full display in that first half.
He'll put toe to leather and get this second half started. On the run from inside his own 5. Slips through the line. He just about popped that one for a long one, but as it is, he gives his team a lot of momentum with a solid return. trying to set the tone on the ground in the third. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs. You just want positive yards, make the right read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next play.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
It's incomplete, and this ought to be a boost of confidence for this defense, getting a stop against these guys on third down. The Hurricanes will call on their punt team. Finally sending out a punter in this one. Got to make sure they earn their letter. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man to the left. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. To the air on first down. Caught in the backfield. It's Adkins. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Fakes to grab. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37.
Quarterbacks love receivers that can do damage once they have the football in his hands. No doubt there. Easy slant, completion, and then let your receiver go make hay once he has the ball.
And they can't make the connection, and it could get worse. A penalty flag on the field, and it's in the holding zone. Let's get the call. That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. The Hokies are on the move. From the gun. Grabbed over the middle. It's Welch. And he's knocked down.
When you play zone coverage, you got a wide receiver that's a beast. It becomes very, very difficult. Got to make sure I play physical and maybe even shade the side of the wide receiver having a lot of success.
Fighting off the defender. At the 20, he's got space. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. In search of their first touchdown of the game, they are on the move with a 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Quick strike complete. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Going to work in the red zone, they can pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. They'll run the sneak for it. Just nowhere to go against this defense to find that single yard he needed on third down.
Well, and he gets stuffed on that QB sneak. He's just not doing a really good job of reading the crease and finding a little space to kind of tuck into and drive his feet. He's just running himself into a wall.
Well, and how about the big boys up front? Make a crease. Push somebody back. Create some space. There was nowhere to go.
And the Hokies trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Try to barge their way in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Virginia Tech. Sometimes we ask coaches about halftime adjustments, and they go blah, 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 blah. And then sometimes they make some good ones.
Sometimes that blah, 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 blah actually works, but it's working now. But it might be too little too late, but at least you got the party started.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They still have the lead, but a productive drive here would keep it a comfortable lead. They'll run it out of the shotgun. At the 35, he's loose. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
Defensively, you'll take the slow downs. You'll take 3, 4, 5 yards a pop, but you can't give up the massive plays. You got to do a better job containing the football, making him run to guys, and get him on the ground. For goodness sakes, this guy is fast, I know, but defensively, we got to swarm to the football and get him on the ground.
He makes the catch close to the sticks, but he'll be a little short of the first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Canes can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. He'll do it himself. Breaks into the open. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down.
And I love that decision by this quarterback. No monkeying around, man. Get to the spot. Get the first down, lower your shoulder. I don't need a big play. I just want another set of downs. Nice job running the option, knowing where the first down marker is.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
That's a great job by the defense, but I don't think the quarterback made the right decision on that RPO. It looked as if the defense was expecting run. They had the box crowded. That's when the quarterback, I think, needs to hold on to and then throw downfield.
Second down, he'll throw it. The sure hands, it's Roy. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. When a defense is in zone coverage, Jesse, they want to react. How do you react to a howitzer coming out like that one?
Not much you can do because this guy's got a cannon. You saw all the eyeballs on defense on that play. They were waiting and anticipating that throw, but when you've got an arm like that, it's going to be tough to stop that curl route.
Out of the gun to give to the back. Past the sticks, and he may get more. Working their way closer and closer, a third down conversion, and they've got it at the 26.
Well, as a defense, you know this is going to be a challenge every time you face this offense. They're one of the 25 best in the nation at getting first downs because they can pick them up in a variety of ways, including running the football. You have got to be physical when facing off against this offense.
From the gun, the running back looking for room. Blast his way ahead, but not much room. A pickup of 1 to the 24.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
He rolls all the way down to the 5-yard line before they finally get him stopped.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the second half. You want to run the football. You've got to just keep getting positive yards. You got to keep the third downs manageable so you can stay on the field, bleed the clock. That's going to be the key for this offense and their team winning the game.
A first down run on the doorstep. Touchdown, Canes! And the pummeling has started. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes. It just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Let's see what he can do with the return. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Final play of the quarter coming. Wants to throw on first down. Makes the catch. there to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the fourth quarter. We've reached the end of the quarter, and Miami is on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. So first down, we'll open up the final period. Looking to throw on first down. It's complete. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks. The Hokies have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. Wide receiver going in motion. The give to the back. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one.
Well, that last play is basically a microcosm of what today has been like for this offense. Just nothing happening. Not physical enough at the point of attack. They're being swarmed. They haven't had the balance necessary to win this game, and that's why they find themselves trailing late.
They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. And the Hokies are moving quickly down the field. Looking to throw on first down. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. 2nd down coming.
And I absolutely love what this defense is doing, man. You know exactly what time it is. You've got a big lead. They're going to have to throw the football. So more nickels, more dimes. Bring the speed on the field and get ready to play the pass.
And it's incomplete, but the penalty flag has fallen in the holding zone. Let's see what the call is. Holding. They'll decline that penalty, obviously very happy with the results of the play. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. Quickly out on the screen to the wide receiver. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Pass interference. Offense.
That penalty cost them a 3rd down conversion, and now they'll have to try it from a little farther away. They've made 3rd down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. He's looking downfield to throw. With the catch, it's Welch. What a play by this defense, and they stop him short. It'll be 4th down.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the...
He'll loft one deep down the left side. And it's incomplete. The long pass on 4th down is to no avail. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. How about that blocking up front and that running game last time as they just walked it down for a touchdown, David?
And the big boys up front doing their job. Opening holes, the backs making plays, everything on the ground on that first drive worked.
And we know that this is the identity this coaching staff wants for this team, right? They want to be the most physical team on the field. Let's see if they can keep it up.
A lot of times with these RPOs, you see linebackers so slow, they don't want to mess up. Not on this one. Watch the defense attack downhill, go get the running back, get a tackle for a loss.
Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
And that's a great job by the defense, understanding exactly the situation, understanding to stay home, play sound. No matter who gets the football, we're going to run to the football hard. We're going to cage the football, be disciplined. Nice job by the defense.
Trying to make magic on the scramble. Oh, he's got some space. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
Coming up, 4th down.
And the Hurricanes will go for it on 4th down. He'll pull it on the read. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
And the option is so hard to stop. It's so many bodies near the line of scrimmage on 4th and short. They run it, but just a good job by the quarterback finding space. He didn't need to pitch it. Takes it himself and gets just enough for the first down.
And the Canes getting set on 1st and 10. Grabs it in the middle. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Canes are threatening on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with a run. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Miami! The lead gets bigger here in the 4th quarter, and their run continues, about to go 8-0. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will over... And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Hurricanes! They give themselves just a little more cushion as they close in on extending this winning run.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get conserved, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
The returner's going to try to see what he can get. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. About to get another look at this Hokie offense. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time and put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession they went for it, they rolled the dice, Palmer, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, if you're better on 3rd down moving forward, though, you can keep yourself out of those situations.
Right down the middle. Got his man downfield. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
This has been a frustrating day. I mean, they haven't moved the ball consistently, and now you get a play, but they haven't put 2 and 3 and 4 plays together, and that's why they're trailing in this football game. So maybe they can find some kind of a rhythm here late in the game and get something cooking.
Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops, just not in sync. And that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. The Hokies come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. They just keep firing. Fires to the wideout. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback. And DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Makes the grab. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and the clock is definitely on their side. They'll just try to run it out here. The Hurricanes come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the first down.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. And the quarterback's just going to take a knee. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. And they'll take a knee. Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation. And the quarterback will just drop to a knee. No matter how much college football changes, realignment, all of that kind of stuff, rivalries are consistent, and winning rivalry games